Good afternoon, Pune, ladies, if there are any, and gentlemen. I trust all of you had a good tea break, coffee break, and are willing to give 10 minutes of your dedicated time for the presentation that I'm going to make. We had a lot of talk earlier by Sapna and Mr. Satyakam about safety in commercial vehicles. Hopefully, I would be able to throw some light on that. It's a privilege to address this distinguished audience, live, in flesh and in blood. The last 24 months have seen us all open our laptops and ask four most important questions. Can you see me? Can you hear me? Am I audible? Am I visible? Mercifully, and if the data of the past few months is anything to go by, that's a thing of the past. And we should be able to see more lively interactions where the message is passed on directly from the speaker to the participants. So this is the best way, I guess, to attend a forum, not attending on a laptop. My name is Shiv Kumar. I head India sales for this company called Netradyne. We are Bangalore and San Diego based. A startup company about 6 years old in India. I will come to those slides. But before I do that, I need to explain what Netradyne means. It's a combination of two words, Netra and Dyne. Netra is Sanskrit for vision and Dyne is a unit of power. So when you combine, what you get is something called as a powerful vision. I mean, that more or less accurately sums up what our company offers as a product offering. If they say a picture speaks more than 1,000 words, this first picture that I have displayed probably speaks about half of it, 500 words. Because the second picture is the driver facing. This is the road facing camera. So what does this picture do? It captures in full clarity 1080p frontal and 720p driver facing the following. One, the lane on which your vehicle is actually traveling in, the distance between you and collision, between you and the vehicle in front. So if it is blue, it means you are safe. Those vehicles are not in your lane. So even if it is 1 second, you are going to be not, it's not a threat for an accident or a collision. But the vehicle in front of you at 1.4 seconds can actually present a threat if it goes below 0.7 seconds. So these are the data we capture. We capture the gravitational forces, the G forces on the left and the right. We capture the time, we capture the date, we capture the place. We capture how the driver is driving, his driving habits, and how close is his following distance. So many things which we have talked about in the panel discussions, which they spoke about the future, it's already here. So what we are there is a bridge between the past and the future, probably going into the future. That's what we provide. A little bit about our company. Yeah. We have currently the data, as they say, data today is the new gold. The data that we have is so invaluable. I do not think anybody in this market sphere of activity in India has the kind of data that we have, which is very specific to India market conditions. We have 6 billion miles of data and we have 10 billion minutes of recorded data, which is phenomenal. This data is used to create algorithms. This data is used to do all our backend coding. This data is used to create faster and more powerful processors and therefore give a better user experience to the customer. As this map and chart indicates, I'll just run you through it because I'm only given 10 minutes. 10 minutes is all you have to leap into the future, gentlemen, so pay attention. Founded in 2015 and we have had 3 series fundings, A, B and C. Currently our net investment in our company is more than $200 million and our valuation is 1.6 billion. And we are growing strength to strength. And what we offer to the market is appreciated by everybody in the industry. What do we offer? What is our product range offering? Basically comprises of 4 simple devices. One is the device itself, which is called as a driver eye. One is in case you have additional cameras to be fitted on the side and on the rear of the vehicle. You have it with an additional memory capacity called hub. And you have a laptop in which you have a portal and you have a phone in which you have an app. The combination of these enable the fleet manager, enable the safety manager, enable the owner of a company, enable the driver of a company to have almost real-time data of how the driving habits are and how it can only get better. If you look at telematics over the past 3 decades, In the early 90s, telematics used to capture the when and the where of an incident, basic data. As computing power increased, as technology increased, as bandwidth increased, that towards, I would say by around 2015, the when and the where was left behind and the how and the why were being analyzed. Good, but now with technology gathering rapid pace, that how and the why today has come to a stage where we actually have a device that talks to the driver before an incident happens. I mean, just imagine. It's like a conscience of the driver speaking to the driver that boss, slow down, boss, take a break, you're feeling sleepy. But it sends alerts as well as a voice to the driver warning him about how he's dipping in his performance. So this is what we bring to the table. We have in the form of a portal, we call it the IDMS, Intelligent Driver Management Solutions. The portal completely gives you all the data that is required in terms of whatever the driver is driving, his driving habits are. And the driver can also access it on an Android or an iPhone. And he himself can be knowing how his driving habits are. There are about 28 alerts, which basically comprises basic telematics, driver management systems, passive ADAS, and maybe a little bit of active ADAS. Combine everything, do edge computing on it, and then give you the instantaneous feedback about how the driving habits of this particular driver or the fleet are. So as we progress in the technology race, we really do not know. They say India is not yet ready for autonomous driving. I beg to differ, because I think we have the technology. I think Indian companies are already making autonomous driving vehicles for European companies and running in Europe. What we perhaps lack, as we spoke about in the morning, is the discipline, the ethos of driving safely, and the variances in our roads are too much. You have cycles, you have animals, so very difficult to pinpoint data, very difficult to have fully autonomous system, I agree, but maybe we could do it on selective streets. And it is a reality which is very likely to happen in the next 5 to 10 years. Just an example, some photographs captured in 3 frames, 11 seconds to redemption. 5:33, 45 seconds, the driver is speaking on the mobile phone. He sent an alert 6 seconds from the time that the machine detects. So you can see 5:33:51, there is an alert which is sent, that red arrow. And in 5:33:56, 11 seconds from the time he actually was speaking on the phone, the machine has given him an alert, boss, keep the phone down. He sends a beep and he keeps the phone down. 11 seconds might seem small, but it could actually save a life. As we are aware, India is a country with highest truck accidents, and every little step that we take can go a long way in reducing the accidents. A view from the driver's position. This is how a driver's view is. This should be actually playing a video. I'm not sure why this is not. Let me just see. So basically this video talks about the driver, this is a test drive, our own driver. He deliberately speeds up. So when he speeds up, first of all the machine tells him that you're overspeeding. That's the first warning. As he nears the other truck, it tells the driver that please slow down, you're following too close. That's the second warning. And as he comes even closer, he says imminent accident ahead. So what else do you need? I mean, it's like a friend who's sitting next to you telling you, boss, wake up, drive carefully, you're on the roads. Yeah, this is a chart which we have taken from one of our most important fleet customers in India, a multinational company whose name I cannot take, but having a very large fleet, and who's so conscious about their safety protocols that if our device doesn't work on their truck, the truck driver is told not to start the truck. अगर device बंद होता है, गाड़ी side में लो, गाड़ी चालू मत करो. Let the Netradyne guys come, start the machine, then you start the truck. Such is the value, such is the importance that they give to the data that is captured by our device. So just to show you what we captured, in 2019 the alerts per 100 vehicles were 1.2. And the first year of using this machine, of course there were a lot of resistance from the drivers. They felt their privacy was getting invaded and we are intruding too much into their personal lives, etc. But when they saw the advantages, the exonerations that they resulted, the insurance costs which went down, the wear and tear of the vehicle which reduced, and the overall cost impact to the company, they also came to our side. One guy actually was supposed to be in jail for killing someone, but and out of fear, he ran away from the scene of the accident. But our video exonerated him completely, so much so that he became a spokesman for us. And today, more and more drivers are joining the fleet of, yes, this is required. It's not an intrusion in the privacy, it's actually a beneficial tool. So if you see in the first year of usage, the alerts came down from 1.2 to 0.34. After that, it more or less plateaued out. Today, the same customer is at 0.08 per 100 vehicles. Literally no accidents. Why? Because he's driving safer. So we have a scorecard. We call it the green score scorecard, which the earlier the IDMS portal captures, and we give score ratings to the drivers across the fleet. It's almost like going to school and college, where the fleet manager acts as a teacher and gives each driver certain rating marks based on his driving performance for the day, for the week, for the month, and for the year. And if the driver has been doing a good job, if he gets the scorecard above a particular threshold, the rewards and recognitions follow. And today, as many of you know, the most difficult thing today is to retain a good driver. First of all, finding a good driver is a challenge. To retain a good driver in a commercial fleet is literally next to impossible. And if to train a new guy is so expensive, you would rather have the old guy with you and pay him some more money. So anybody who reaches a fleet score of 750 plus, we reward and we reassure and we recognize. And those who continuously come below the threshold value, we correct and we coach. Despite repeated trainings, despite repeated reminders, if people are still not willing to improve, then the fleet manager knows what to do. This driver probably is not suitable for our organization. So by means of doing smarter driving, we are coming to a situation where we are making the road safer. And it's not idle talk, it's not something that we are just throwing up in the air. This is actually the truth. So much so that Forbes, the world's leading magazine, has rated us as the top 50 companies in the world in the AI space. And this award we got last month. Business World has rated Netradyne as the 15 best companies in India to watch out for. And we got this award last week in Delhi. So what we are bringing, and we are keeping on adding to technologies, more and more features are being added. Who knows, autonomous driving will not take a very long time. Thank you.